Dear all, welcome to Om Learning Classes. And this lecture is most important with quality and very important content. This lecture presents the comparative analysis between amplitude modulation AM, which is also known as double sideband full carrier DSB full carrier, and double sideband suppressed carrier DSBSC, single sideband suppressed carrier SSBSC, vestigial sideband suppressed carrier VSBSC. And this lecture is very important for you all because it will give the major comparative analysis which is very important for your fundamental knowledge as well as for your competitive exam. So the first important difference is as per the definition. In definition, all these four schemes are under continuous wave amplitude modulation scheme, and all these four schemes are known as linear modulation technique or linear modulated waves. So, for the definition of DSB full carrier, a large carrier power along with sideband power, which is upper sideband and lower sideband, is transmitted as modulated signal, and this gives the outcome to make simple and less expensive receiver by utilizing envelope detector at the receiver end. In DSBSC, the modulating signal, which is our baseband signal or low frequency signal, is multiplied with high frequency carrier signal, and by utilizing the product modulator and the multiplication of both the signal by using product modulator give the amplitude variation in the carrier signal in accordance to instantaneous value of modulating signal, and that is resultant with DSBSC signal. In SSBSC, we consider the DSBSC signal, and by utilizing band pass filter which only pass the one sideband and reject another sideband, we get the output that is in term of upper sideband or lower sideband SSBSC modulated wave, and this is done so that we can accommodate more number of channel in a given frequency space. And finally, we have the VSBSC. In the VSBSC, a small portion which is known as trace or vestige, or you can say a gradual cutoff of one sideband, is also allowed with other required single desired sideband, in which a small portion which is known as trace or vestige, or you can say a gradual cutoff one sideband, is also allowed with completed past other required single desired sideband, and this transmitted vestige of other sideband compensate the loss of desired sideband. So this modulation scheme is asymmetric sideband modulation scheme, have asymmetric sideband system. This is as per the definition. Now we have another factor, that is carrier suppression. Carrier suppression. In DSB full carrier, there is no carrier suppression. And in DSBSC, SSBSC and VSBSC, we have the carrier suppression. Means in suppressed carrier linear modulated wave, the carrier signal is not present with transmitted modulated signal. And in DSB full carrier, the carrier signal is present. Now we have the another factor, that is sideband suppression. In DSB full carrier, both sideband also there with carrier signal as transmitted modulated wave. In DSBSC, we have two sideband as modulated wave. That can be upper sideband or lower sideband. Upper sideband and lower sideband. In SSBSC, we have only one sideband, that can be upper sideband or lower sideband as modulated transmitted wave. In VSBSC, we have almost one sideband and vestige portion of other sideband, and that vestige portion only contains the 25%. So in VSBSC, the one sideband is partially suppressed. So in VSBSC, the presence of both sideband are there, but the other sideband is partially suppressed. So we can say there is also partially sideband suppression. Now we have the another parameter, that is our transmission bandwidth. Here the FM is your bandwidth of modulating signal. As per DSB full carrier, we have the 2 times of modulating bandwidth, that is equal to 2 FM. In DSBSC and DSB full carrier, we have the bandwidth that is equal to 2 times of maximum operating frequency of modulating signal or 2 times of bandwidth of modulating signal. In SSBSC, the bandwidth of SSBSC modulated signal is equal to bandwidth of modulating signal. So it is bandwidth efficient modulation scheme among linear modulated scheme. In VSBSC, the bandwidth is equal to FM plus FV, where FV is the bandwidth of the vestige sideband, and which is approximate 25% of bandwidth of modulating signal. Now we have another factor, that is transmission power efficiency. In DSB full carrier, it is minimum. It is minimum means the DSB full carrier modulation scheme require more power for their transmission. In DSBSC, it is moderate, require less power in comparison with DSB full carrier. And in SSB, it is maximum, means it require less power for their transmission. So the SSBSC scheme is our power efficient modulation scheme. SSBSC is our power efficient modulation scheme among linear modulated waves. And in VSBSC, there is also moderate power efficiency. It requires less power in comparison with DSB full carrier, but it is more in comparison with SSBSC. So the transmission power efficiency is corresponding to transmission of modulated signal. Now we have another factor, that is transmitter design. We have simple transmitter design in DSB full carrier. We have moderate transmitter design in DSBSC. We have complex filter design, very important. In SSBSC, there is requirement of complex filter design that have sharp cutoff. So the transmitter design is complex and it require complex filter design. And in VSBSC, the transmitter design is moderate. So this is the important disadvantage of SSBSC wave. And as per receiver design, we have important advantage of DSB full carrier or AM, that gives the receiver design that is simple and inexpensive, or you can say cost effective by utilizing envelope detector. And in another suppressed carrier modulation scheme, we have synchronous detector, and that give the complex and expensive receiver design, because in synchronous detector there is requirement of local oscillator which generate a signal, and that signal must be coherent in terms of phase and frequency with respect to transmitted carrier wave. And another factor, we have the power gain. We have low power gain in DSB full carrier or AM, because in the modulated signal we have upper sideband, lower sideband and carrier, but in DSB-SC we have only two sideband, so we have gain in power due to carrier suppression. And the efficient power gain is there in SSBSC, because in this the one sideband and the carrier suppression is there. And in VSBSC we have good power gain, because we have good power gain that is more than DSB full carrier or DSBSC, but it is less than SSBSC, because in this we have one sideband and one partially sideband. And this power gain is very important, because it is very helpful when you go for the designing of the system. Now we have the another factor, that is noise power improvement, and it is directly proportional to the bandwidth. In DSB full carrier we have, there is no noise power improvement. In DSBC again there is no noise power improvement, because here the bandwidth is twice more. But in SSBSC and VSBSC we have the power improvement that is corresponding to FM or FM plus FV bandwidth. Now we have another factor, that is SN improvement, and that is corresponding to power gain and noise power improvement. Here in DSB full carrier or AM or DSBSC there is no SNR improvement, but in SSBSC and VSBSC we have the improvement. Now we have another factor, that is known as figure of merit. The figure of merit which measure the noise performance of the system, and it is the ratio of output signal to noise ratio to the input signal to noise ratio of the receiver. So in AM or DSB full carrier, the maximum figure of merit is equal to 1/3, and it also suffer from threshold effect. And what is threshold effect? If the input signal to noise ratio is below certain level, then the noise dominate over the message signal, and it start in the envelope detector whenever the carrier to noise ratio approaches unity or less than. So in AM the figure of merit is equal to 1/3, and there is also threshold effect. And as per our suppressed carrier modulation scheme, we have the figure of merit that is equal to 1. And dear friends, this homework is according to your quality learning, and you have a great experience, and all this effort gives you the visibility in terms of good learning experience. So now we have another factor, that is fading, and the fading is the random variation of the signal strength at the receiver due to multi-path propagation. And in fading we have the selective fading, which is due to frequency sensitivity, and this selective fading is your frequency sensitive. So in DSB full carrier, the carrier and sideband can suffer by different amount of fading, and due to this fading the AM is heavily distorted modulation scheme. In DSBSC we have less distortion from AM but more from SSBSC and VSBSC. In SSBSC, it is very less distorted, and VSBSC is moderate distorted. Now we have the another factor, no linear distortion. The no linear distortion are corresponding to no linear error, and that can be harmonic or intermodulation distortion. It can be maximum in AM or DSB full carrier and moderate and minimum in suppressed modulation scheme. We covered all the factors that is important for giving the comparative analysis between linear modulated scheme. Now we have the application scenario. As per application scenario, the AM or DSB full carrier have the application in radio broadcast, and aircraft communication. It can be used as two-way mobile radio communication as citizen band. Now the DSBSC have the application for point-to-point communication. It have the application in quadrature carrier multiplexing. Now we have the application scenario of SSBSC, that is most efficient bandwidth and most efficient power scheme, that have the application in long distance communication in high frequency band. And VSBSC have the application in video transmission in color television broadcast. Again I repeat, the VSBSC have the application in video transmission in color television broadcast. Now, if we conclude our comparative analysis also and figure out the advantage and disadvantage, then firstly we consider advantages. In DSBSC full carrier or AM, the biggest advantage is simple and inexpensive receiver. And in DSBSC, the moderate transmit power efficiency. And in SSBSC, it is most efficient transmitted power efficiency, most efficient bandwidth scheme. It have the improvement in SNR. It have the reduction in noise and distortion. If we consider the advantage of VSBSC, simple filter design in comparison with SSBSC, moderate bandwidth efficient scheme, moderate transmitted power efficient scheme, possibility of transmission of low frequency component of modulating signal. Now if we consider the disadvantage, then in DSB full carrier we have the quadrature null effect. Then in DSB full carrier, the major disadvantage is low transmit power efficiency and low bandwidth efficiency, poor reception quality, noisy signal reception, and limited operating radio range. And as per DSBSC, we have the complex receiver due to synchronous detector. And as per spread scheme, the receiver is complex and costly due to presence of synchronous detector at the receiver end. So these more than 15 important and major comparative point will give you a good learning experience in communication engineering. And all these points are very important for your semester exam as well as for your competitive exam. So with this, we completed the comparative analysis between 4 linear modulated scheme that can be DSB full carrier, which is by default known as AM, DSBSC double sideband suppressed carrier, SSBSC single sideband suppressed carrier, and VSBSC vestigial sideband suppressed carrier. So thank you very much for your precious time. Stay healthy and enjoy smart learning. And please subscribe this channel for getting regular updates. Thank you very much.